Maybe just continuing straight off where we left off. Straight where we left off. We're gonna put in our points and perks. Dialogue, please. Got stealth in there. That. Leadership. I'll put some more into range and melee. Defense now. Perks. What's our options here? Oh yeah. We're gonna be doing this one.
Felix Millstone, Sublight Agent. Like the sound of that. Yeah, boss?
Something you...
Got any leads on salvage?
I think we might have to take a trip to Silo.
Doesn't even have to be broken.
C&T chicken and potatoes.
When might we expect you out here again? Canned surfish is already sold out again. Who knows?
Rizzo's Purple Berry Crunch. Purple Berry flavored power nuggets. Now with 12% more crunch.
Hey, bounty hunter. You're... Nothing at...
I could start something if you want.
Look at my face, Felix. Do I look like I'm in a mood for your nonsense? Assuming the nature of the... Now then.
Yep.
Bit of a contradictory. You need me, you know...
Why would I do that?
Hey there, Captain. Most places are on the promenade deck. Big door yonder, straight through security. There's a bar on the starboard side. I got a preference for the Lost Hope myself. Talk to Vera. She'll set you right. You need anything else? You let me know. Don't want anyone saying Groundbreaker's not the most hospitable port in the colony. Be seeing you.
Alright.
Heard from the lasses down on 22 that you did a contract for Subway.
Only one, a legit...
So we're gonna go to Silo and do those missions. Cause it looks like we got a lot there.
Warning, intruders will be... Oh, it's
you.
Yes, yes. It'll be our longest trip, I guess.
Destination reached. Scylla.
Scylla, okay. Not what I was thinking.
Please do not leave items lying about the cargo hold.
Hey, Captain. I was thinking about what you said afore, after we went to the Lost Hope on the Groundbreaker. I reckon you're right. I think I'm ready to stop fretting and fussing and ask Junlei to go steady, straight out.
Oh.
And I'm thinking of doing it here, on the ship. I was kind of hoping you'd offer. The thing is, I can't ask her over like this. I mean, look at me. I'm all covered in engine grease and I ain't showered in nigh on a week.
Oh.
I smell like sweat most days and, well, don't look too close to my fingernails.
Oh.
I was hoping, we could stop by Groundbreaker for bath supplies.
Oh my god.
Oh, that nice older lady in the rest and go, Miss Gladys? She seemed to know lots of things. Maybe she knows where to find fancy soap. I mean, only if you're not busy. Or when you're heading through Groundbreaker for something else. You don't gotta change plans on account of me. Anyhow, next time we dock in Groundbreaker, let me know. 'Cause I want to come with.
Okay. Looks like Sam.
Take someone to watch your back, please.
Okay. Sam and Ellie. Be an interesting combo. That's a pretty cool place.
Scylla. No laws, no lines, and a whole lot of guns. I love this place.
Let's get fresh.
Something on your mind? I'm a surgeon by training and a pirate by inclination. Not much else to know, Captain. I like long walks on the promenade and the smell of Spacer's Corona. I make a mean zero-G cocktail and I've got a meaner right hook. It's a mix of whatever you've got on hand. Usually zero-G brew with some Spectrum vodka if you're lucky, purple berry shake if you're not. I'll make you one sometime. If you don't enjoy it, I'll make a few more until you do. Sure do. Some of it was even legal. There's a lot of business that goes through the Groundbreaker. Some of it's board-authorized freight hauling, and some of it's not. I've done all types of work with all kinds of crews. If there's one thing you ought to know about me, it's that I won't tell you your business. Your ship, your way. Glad to hear it. It's worked for me this long. Well, my blood type is AB positive. I'm a Leo, and I despise Space Hospital. Never mind what anyone else tries to tell you. That about covers it. Aw, come on. That stuff's boring. Look, the thing I've learned about living in close quarters is that you've got to give people room to breathe. I'm all for making a few bits together and having fun doing it, but let's keep a little professional distance. No complaints here.
Sam?
Battery levels are fully charged. Thank you, customer. All cleaning tasks have been completed. Scheduling next round of cleaning to commence in 4 minutes.
You gotta be serious. Come on. No! Thank you. Okay.
I'll keep it down.
There's be a lot of baddies here. Oh, jeez. Oh yeah, I'm liking the Sam. Holy shit. Let's go.
Place never even had a bar. No wonder it's abandoned.
Good hygiene prevents an early onset of death.
Thank you, Sam.
System. Searching for unauthorized person.
Whoa, 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 whoa. What just got here? What? I thought my lockpicking was way higher than that. That's annoying. We completed our initial survey, and I have to admit that your hunch was right. I owe you lunch next time I'm on Terra 1. We barely started your survey before we uncovered a mineral vein with high densities of yttrium and scandium. There's a limit to how much my team can extract from these pressure suits. Give us a terraformer and some prospecting mechanicals, and this little venture of ours is going to make us all rich. Hope the weather on Terra 1 isn't getting you down. I hear our permanent facility on Hephaestus is almost ready for our habitation. Thackeray. Thanks for rushing us that replacement part, Linda. My team got the former repaired, and it's busy churning out O2 again. Did you have to send me one loaded with seed stock? Damn grasses are triggering my allergies. Survey efforts continue. That initial vein ran dry quicker than we hoped, but we're getting promising results from other locations. Density of scandium lower than first sight, but yttrium still at respectable levels. We had a board team out here last week scanning for signals from the Hope. We could all agree, I guess, the result from how unhappy they looked. It's been 3 years since the board classified the ship as missing. You'd think we'd be over it by now. Congratulations on your promotion. Youngest full VP, Vice President in company history. Just promise me you won't promote that drill bit Needham to replace you. Bad news, Lynn. All the sites within the former's dome have run dry, and the mechanicals are bringing back good samples from beyond the retention field. I'll be sending you a requisition for a hauler to relocate the terraformer closer to the new sites. My team heard that you arranged for some surface time traveling show to stop at our base. It was a big boost to morale. We can't wait for some entertainment out here. Your request for the site relocation on the useless rock is denied. You've had over a year to generate a profit. If you haven't done it by now, it's not going to happen. And Evers is too busy to hide your incompetence. I don't want to hear any of your absurd excuses either. The terraformer failure was bad enough. But this drivel about primals running loose and damaging your equipment is the limit. The utter limit. Do you hear? Operations at the site are terminated, effective immediately. I've got a new site in mind for you. One of the rocks orbiting Hephaestus. Temps are a cool 170 degrees Celsius. You'll love it. Ooh. The board team reminded me of the date. We should be celebrating your 42nd birthday today. I try and get you drunk with the latest Rizzo's concoction. You turn up your nose and say it was nowhere near as good as an earth wine. I don't know where you are, Big Sis. It's been 13 years since you entered hibernation. Since the hopes started this journey. I don't know what happened, why you never got here. If the architect is kind, you didn't suffer. I think about you all the time. Every time one of the big interstellar conveyors blazes past, I look up and hope. Whoever named that damn ship should take a walk in the aether. I'm so sorry. I never should have convinced you to sign the indenture contract and join me in Halcyon. I'll never stop thinking about you, Jules. Please forgive me. Asking to Antoine so like committing the freighter captain going to work for them. Now corporate can shake the feeling the captain told Harrison about the Green Ranger. Ah. Let's back at the ship. Groundbreaker. So, once I'm done with this, I'll go back to the Groundbreaker. I'm gonna try to miss that. The hell's that? Oh shit. We're running. Run. Look at the fucking size of that. I thought the behemoths are scary on.
Entering quiet mode.
Thank you. It's right there. Is that an explosive? This is a cave. Let's save just in case he like dies or something. Alright. It wasn't. It really wasn't. Oh, doesn't matter.
What was that? Outlaw.
Object is tuned to be backless. Corpse detected.
That was fun.
Pick it up.
Tremendous work, friend. Here I was readying a daring maneuver, and you've come and saved me the trouble.
Why does that sound familiar?
It's Ellie. Excellent timing. Hello, Ellie. What a pleasure it is to see your sparkling beauty in this barren waste.
It's Dr. Fenhill. I certainly know his ex-crew. Mostly from the operating table. I've probably seen more of them than he has.
How cruel you are. I distinctly remember a special party at the Lost Hope Bar on Groundbreaker where
We did not.
Oh, fine. But we almost...
Keep going, and you're gonna see how good this automech is at picking up teeth.
Symptoms detected. Elevated heart rate. Dilated pupils. Increased sweat production. Subject appears to be terrified.
I'm not terrified, you bucket of bolts. That's victory sweat. The one and only. Wait, who's asking? Wanda didn't send you, did she? I wager she told you to say that, the sly old bird. I swear, land on Groundbreaker even a moment tardy, and that busybody's already been up your ass an hour. You tell her these automechs are coming, and sending a hired stooge to rescue me from certain peril only furthers my delay. No offense. Magnificent. And do please give Wanda my chilliest regards. And farewell to you, dear Dr. Fenhill. I trust I'll see you next I find myself on the Groundbreaker.
You'd better hope not.
Uh-oh. So now I guess, yeah, going back to the Groundbreaker. I need a science weapon on Groundbreaker. Retrieve the missing passcode. Okay. Sam. What's up with the Sam, man? Increase your health. No? Alright.
Captain, if you're looking for crew members Ellie or Felix, they're sharing a drink upstairs.
I don't know how I feel about that.
You ever notice how our crew's a lot like that crime family from The Masked Marketeer?
Okay, but who's Sam?
Come on, Ellie, Sam ain't people. I guess he can be Chairman Rockwell on that one cameo appearance.
I heard they had an automech read those lines because the actors were afraid of offending the chairman. Something on your mind?
Good to see you, boss.
Make yourself at home, Captain. We've arrived at the Groundbreaker.
Yeah, so I was looking for a place that was quiet. I figured the kitchen would be cozy like. Oh, you mean Sam? He's just the sweetest, ain't he? A real charmer, my dad'd say. Nah, but I've been thinking on one. Gotta get to know him better, I think. Maybe ask him what he prefers. It ain't nice to give folks a nickname without him giving you the okay first, you know? Of course, that don't stop Felix. That's in pretty good shape considering how hard Mr. Hawthorne ran it. It's a Yakita LHA 120, A2 model, I'm pretty sure. The Block 2 design scooshed in extra cargo space, but didn't change the stock engines. Probably a touch underpowered, huh?
Accurate in all particulars. I conclude you are Edgewater's board-certified mechanic.
So you're gonna call her it, not she?
Though my voice is currently pitched to suggest female, I possess no gender. Any pronoun preferred by the user is acceptable.
Hello! I am not a board-certified mechanic, but my dad was. He taught me all he knew. Do you understand?
Speech recognition is one of the many skills I have been programmed to simulate.
You're not simulating it, you're doing it! I asked a question and you answered it.
I am gratified you consider this facsimile convincing.
I don't see any holes in the hull. I'll take a good squint at her, make sure everything's tip-top. But I think we're cooking with plasma torches. You can do that, you know. My dad taught me how to make grilled cheese sandwiches with a plasma torch. Mostly, yeah. I lived in the maintenance office near all my life. Mr. Thompson never let me forget how funny that was. I'm not exactly a model employee. Not like you wanted. The kind that stays quiet and gets the right work done in the right order every day. It's not normal for anyone to do as their parents. You take a vocational test. That decides your schooling and your career. When I tested out for maintenance, everyone figured it was on account of my dad. They were real unhappy with us. Well, I'm good at making things work the way they ought. Not so much at doing such to somebody else's schedule. There's times I'm working deep in the guts of a loader, getting it all running perfect. Then I look up to see it's tomorrow, and I've blown another deadline. Anyhow, I was happy to get back home. I didn't care much for schooling. Yep, nothing much had changed. Everything was a little grayer, a little dirtier. Dad met me at the shuttle and gave me a big ol' hug. I noticed straight away that he was moving slower and stiffer. He made a little grunt when I squeezed. About a year. I tried to do more of the work so he could rest. His heart gave him pains. Dad never said that he loved me, you know? I knew on account of him showing it. How he'd stay up late to help with my projects or listen to my fretting. Oh gosh. Look at the time. Sorry to bend your ears so long. And I got so much to do before this ship's in decent shape.
I feel like we've got to learn the most about Parvati. She just has a much more story-wise. She just has a better story than everyone else. Felix, pretty much just abandoned. Ellie, Dr. Sam. Sam's a G, so it don't matter. Nope.
Rizzo's knock you out.
If you're here for this week's magazine, I think I got just the thing, my dear. A few years back, Auntie Cleo's put out a high-grade shampoo and conditioner, scrubby brush, a nice lotion, that sort of thing.
Brush.
I still got 'em too.
What's the scrubby brush for?
Cleaning around your nails, sweetheart. Gets the engine grease out. Makes your hands soft. Most folk don't got the time. Or bathtubs for such, me included. I'll let you have one on clearance. You want rosish, mock apple and cinnamon, or refurbished ship?
Oh, gosh. We never talked about what kind of smells she likes. I think pretty much every spot on Groundbreaker just smells like old socks.
It comes down to what sort of intent you got. If I was looking to do a spy job over in engineering, I'd be safe with refurbished ship. Now, if I was a young thing trying to come on all precious-like, I'd probably go with rosish. But if I was doing it for my own self, I'd pick mock apples and cinnamon.
I guess you could eeny-miny-moe it?
Take your time, dear. A lady's scent says a lot about her.
I would say refurbished ship.
Like grit and grime covered over with cleaner, you mean? Well, that's a smell that means we're really going places.
I'll just wrap that up for you, since it's for a special occasion.
I'll pay for that, ma'am. Thanks for being so helpful.
You're welcome, dear. Straight to the point, eh? All right. Anytime. It's almost... I found a handsome ceramic man.
I'm guessing this is the weapon, the salvager's helper. Whew.
Gracious.
About that for nothing.
I was just sitting down for tea. Want a charming cop?
Yeah, alright. I guess I'm just like, I feel like I was a whole dumbass right now after doing that. Oh, Sam running, that's terrifying.
Relocating.
C&P Borstwurst. It's not the worst unless it's Borstwurst.
Muting volume now.
corporate township. Talk to your local manager about applying for military training and lend your life to protecting our wonderful brands and products. Military service does not guarantee full employment rights.
What's the door lead to?
Have you seen this man? For more offers for information, contact the Open Source Video Club.
It's like, I'm annoyed. This is like right there. But at the same time, I have no clue. What the hell? I have to go down a floor? Oh.
B&P near Maple Syrup. It's near this building. Very much. A soft, sour candy shop arose.
This is Halcyon News. We interrupt your regular...
I think. Wait, what the fuck?
Mechanicals all over, but still got us sweating to move boxes.
There's a secret way almost, or something. Hmm.
This is Halcyon News. We interrupt your regular
I'm legend.
Cosmo finals are scheduled to air soon.
Oh.
Mobilizing silence covers.
Both teams have tested negative for performance coaches and referees are remaining calm.
That worked. Right. Yes. While rummaging through the back bays, I discovered a very old Hammersmith crate that seemed to have been sealed for a very long time. A bit of elbow grease and determination pried it open, but I couldn't make heads or tails of my discovery. A prototype hammer. I didn't know Hammersmith actually made hammers, but I brought it to my lab for a closer look. How strangely it glows. The trail of its wake lingers even when my eyes are closed. Spent more time on the hammer. Its internal workings are state-of-the-art thermal, electrical, and chemical systems, all working in harmony. How is that even possible? The weapon is a breakthrough in circuitry and engineering, and many of the systems appear rigid against tampering. There's a curious energy signature swirling about the weapon. Though I have yet to identify the source, the air tastes of copper, and I have lost several teeth. I've had the most sublime prismatic dreams since I invited the hammer into my bedchamber. Never mind that for now. Good news first. The energy signature matches Blondiot's elusive N-rays, raising the hammer's elemental properties to 4: shock, plasma, corrosion, and radiation. Now for the bad. In my attempts to neuter the self-destruct functionality, I have inadvertently caused a small fire. The hammer's manual controls may never function again. Swinging it seems to be the only way of cycling through its elemental modes. I must take greater care with future experiments. I take the liberty of locking myself in the workshop. My tinkerings are all for naught. This is no prototype. I am simply too flawed to recognize its perfections. The hammer is a lesson. A symbol, it whispers to me that disorder rules all things, but with a little ambition, we can harness that power. Only by inflicting chaos upon others can we transmute disorder into harmony. And that is a lesson that Halcyon is now ready to hear. I do not know how I feel about that. Anything else we need to do here? Door set. Yes.
Were I a gambling woman, I'd wager you're responsible for my mechanical safe return. I can't thank you enough.
Everybody likes me. Nice. Okay. Oh, I gotta talk to Parvati.
I hope this fancy soap we got is... Oh, thanks, Captain. I'm gonna put these someplace safe. In her messages, Junlei said her mama used to make this dish for Monarch. Dustback casserole. Saltuna and Xenogold needle mushrooms. And then for dessert, there's a thing called, sweetheart cake. It's made with almond paste and wax gourds. There's gotta be some place in Stellar Bay that can bake a casserole. And I heard tell there's a Rizzo's town near there called Cascadia, what specializes in sweets. Thanks, Captain. I know I'm asking an awful lot.
Oh yeah, you
I'm
are.
sure it's gonna be worth it.
You better hope. So a lot of Stellar Bay. Monarch. Also Monarch. Okay, we're gonna head back to the ship. Let me ask her about Felix.
He seems like a nice boy to me. I'm glad you gave him a shot. Yeah, but I got a good feeling about him, is all. I mean, sure, he's a bit rough around the edges. I bet he just needs somebody to show him a better path. You might surprise yourself.
Okay.
Rizzo's Lemon Snap. Your whole family tonight.
I'll talk to Wells too.
If you stop in the engine room, would you ask Parvati to send Sam down to the bridge? Welcome back, Captain. Now that you have acquired a nav key to Stellar Bay.
Well done. You'll love Monarch. Exotic climate, violent native species, fascinating culture, really. You'll need to speak with Hiram Blythe. He's known as the information broker, and for good reason. If anyone knows where I can find those chemicals, it's Hiram. I need those chemicals to revive the Hope's colonists. They can help us fight back against the Board. They can help us set things right. If we don't put a stop to the Board, they're going to drive this colony toward a complete societal collapse. You'll see what I mean when you arrive on Monarch. No, never. Monarch is a hotbed of political activity. I can't imagine why Hiram set up shop there. Cuisine, perhaps?
Perhaps.
You'll want to hire the services of a skilled guide. I recommend a hunter by the name of Nyoka. Frequents the drinking establishments of Stellar Bay. Very hard to miss. Once you have everything you need, make your way to Hiram Blythe's compound. Come see me in my lab. I'll answer any questions you have. Best of luck. Everyone on the Hope is counting on you.
Lockpick. Tech. Dialogue. I guess we're all going to Monarch. Let's see. Monarch. 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 Okay. We're gonna do this one. We've had that one for a while.
We are now in orbit above Stellar Bay, Captain. No blockade is a match for my piloting skills. I have received a transmission from Roseway, from a Dr. Shaw. Welcome back, Captain. I have received a transmission.
What? Oh, is this on? Oh, it's on right now. Oh, blast.
Oh, is this guy?
Hello? I'm trying to reach the captain of the Unreliable. I'll keep this short, lest I get caught. Please return to Roseway as soon as you can. I have an item of great value that you'll be interested in. Now, how does this blasted thing turn off? Damn engineers never label these toggles clearly. Is it the...
The transmission is complete, Captain. See you soon, Captain.
Good Lord. Okay. We'll take Vicar and Parvati. Alright. What? That's an odd area to put that. There's literally one right there.
Hey, hold on there. I gotta sign you in. Don't think I've seen you around. That means you must be new to Stellar Bay. You are new here, right? You must have seen those UDL gunships on your way in. There's only 3 of them these days. Still, they tend to scare folk off. You may not have heard, you being new, but Stellar Bay hardly ever gets off-road traffic. Us being cut off by the board and all. Which means I never get to do this part, but I've been practicing, so here goes. On behalf of Monarch Stellar Industries, welcome to Stellar Bay, home of the freshest sal tuna in Halcyon. Please state your name for the records. Swell. There's one for the logs. I'm even gonna give you your own entry code. I'm not supposed to do that. It's against procedure, but Mr. Sanjar isn't so strict about the rules here. Besides, I got a lot of empty entries to fill. We don't get ship traffic in town. Only off-worlders who do make it out here are Sublight. They got a base in Fallbrook. And thank the stars for them, or we would have run out of Rizzo's Purple Berry Crunch years ago.
Purple Berry Crunch.
Oh, that'll just make Mr. Sanjar's day if you tell him. The board makes up lots of nasty stories about raptidons and cannibals and whatnot. But that's all outside our walls. Mostly. Oh, sure. It makes Stellar Bay sound like a rotten place, but it's not so bad. Get a good breeze going, and the sulfur smell mostly covers up the fishy smell.
Ah, the nostalgic stench of home. Can't say I miss the day-to-day of living in Edgewater.
Anyway, Mr. Sanjar's got lots to say on that subject. Kinda goes over my head, though. Mr. Sanjar will be mighty pleased to meet you. If you see him over at headquarters, maybe you could tell him I did a bang-up job of welcoming you? Oh, and if you're headed that way, maybe you could do me a favor? I got this Rizzo's Rangers Tossball poster coming in on the next Sublight shipment, signed by the Black Hole himself. Only I haven't heard anything in a while. You think you could check with Celia to see if it's come in? Thanks a bunch. Celia works for Mr. Sanjar in the MSI building next to the bar. She's always there, so you can't miss her.
No problem. Alright, let's talk. Find the Scholar. Yacht Club.
Wrapped musk and painted eyes, right here.
Sebastian.
Hello, stranger. Can I interest you in... You look like a man who... I don't know. Celia usually buys whatever I have, and Mr. Pickett seemed real interested. So I thought maybe I was onto something.
Mr. Pickett? Franklin Pickett from Edgewater?
That's him. He'd been here years, but he always talked about going back to Edgewater one day.
Sure. Mr. Pickett used to run the community center outside Edgewater. He had this grand idea to make it a museum for halcyon life.
Oh.
As my dad told it, Mr. Pickett was always going on about getting a Mantiqueen for the last display. He left the Vale, gosh, years ago.
He came to Stellar Bay years ago, just before the board cut us off. Ended up stuck here. He was always real interested in our monsters. Mantiqueens, especially. Sure, they're real big. Hard to miss them. Well, I could send you to the same place I sent Mr. Pickett. but I haven't seen him in a few weeks. To tell true, I'm starting to get a bit worried about him.
Captain, can we look for him? I'd feel awful if somebody from home was in trouble and we didn't do nothing.
Tell you what, I'll tell you where I sent Mr. Pickett if you promise to look for him. Help him out if he's got himself in trouble. Fair deal?
Sure.
All right then. Leave town through the southern gate, the one right here, and head past the abandoned ruins. Last Mantiqueen I saw was in the wilds out that-a-ways. Could be Mr. Pickett still out there, too. Yeah. I sent him past the...
Alright.
Sir, please, I need your help. Oh, thank you for stopping. Everyone acts like nothing's wrong, like my little boy isn't at risk of being eaten by some vile creature. Please, you have to help me get my little Tucker back. He ran away and is going to get himself killed. Oh, I just know a Raptidon is melting him with acid as we speak. Oh, I just knew you were a good person. Agnes, I said, this is the man to save your little Tucky. And I was right. He ran out into the wilderness a few days ago. I warned him about the Raptidons, Mantisaurs, and Marauders, the toxic sulfur pools, and poisonous glands, but he didn't listen.
Oh, law, Captain. A youngster won't last long in a place like this. Please, can't we help?
Please, won't you go and find my boy? Thank you. Oh, I know he'll be safe now that someone's able to fetch him home.
Oh my.
You look for him in Amber Heights, you hear? It's down the road southwest of town. I'm sure he made it that far. I just know it. And if you find any of them iconoclasts indoctrinating my boy, you punch them in the mouths. Tell them what I think of them luring little boys away from their mamas. It's immoral.
Oh. Good lord, that was just a blast with everything out here. Holy shit. Are you kidding me? Well, is there one closer? $49. Fuck it, we're just gonna follow the road.
Ooh. Smells like those old Sundays when we'd unload salt tuna shipments at the carrier.
The trick is not to breathe through your nose.
Cool.
won't.
That's the last of them.
Good lord.
Easy does it.
I smite you in the name of the law.
You got it, Captain.
Yes.
I'll take your confession now.
Oh.
That's the last of them.
Nice job, Vicar. Okay. Bad idea.
enough of you!
Oh. All right, his butt cheeks. Wow. I really missed all those. You look faster.
That's the last of them.
Golly, pick it up, please. Thank you. I don't know if I want to go that way. Shortcut. Very good. We're good. Okay. What is the plan? What is the plan? The plan, the plan, the plan, the plan, the plan, the plan, the plan. Ooh, get back in there. Did I know?
Sometimes violence is the only way.
Oh.
Get past that armor.
Where's he? Come here. Oh, get fucking folded. Come here. Oh my god. Man's just begging for his life. What's up the... I don't know. Alright, we're almost to our fucking area. This took fucking forever. That really wasn't that bad.
My dad taught me some French, you know? Stuff about omelets and, fromage. I could take a look at that journal.
By all means. I would be astounded, yet astronomically in your debt.
Oh, yeah, there's nothing at all about eggs and cheese in here. Sorry.
Very helpful. Thank you.
Eggs and cheese. I think one thing I really like about this game so far is that they talk to each other like your companions that you bring with you. They like interact other than just like listen to you. They interact with each other. It's just a really nice thing to have in a game like this, so it isn't so boring going from place to place. Mortimer Bell.
Trouble checking in? Or you might need directions to the amenities? If you're locked out of your cabin, a replacement key costs 50 bits. No reservation? No problem. Day trippers are always welcome in our saloon. Straight back and to the right. If you hit the falls, you've gone too far. Check in with Ms. Malin. She'll set you straight. I am here to anticipate and facilitate your needs, patron. Guess it's true. Fallbrook really is the best-kept secret in all of Monarch, excepting the Borst Factory's secret ingredient. We're a leisurely stopover for the more adventurous spacefaring traveler. Understand? Man, oh man, it has been a blue moon since I had to break out the Hookem-spiel. Allow me to paint a picture in your mind. A parcel of pure paradise nestled beneath a waterfall within a mountain. We've got activities of leisure. We got proclivities for vice. We got booze and bets and non-communal beds. Sublight owned and run, so you know you're safe while you're breaking the laws. Check in at the saloon to start spending your bits now. You're looking for Ms. Malin. On an errand for the boss lady? That sounds ominous. Yeah. Ms. Malin won't like that a whit. She's not but just down the way. A 10-to-1 says she's either pouring drinks or skinning a sprat in the saloon. Word to the wise, Ms. Malin don't take kindly to interlopers. When I said sprat, I didn't mean the sort with whiskers and a tail.
Okay.
Keep your wits about you. This is sublight territory.
I don't like the way folks are looking at me, Captain. I got a sandwich. Maybe I could stand a little closer to you.
I like this place.
Want to make a run with me to Stella Bay? Boss lady.
This is Reginald's stuff, all right, but it looks like he's not home. Let's search the room. Try to figure out where he's gone.
The ones that always smell like raw meat and got splotches of blood on them?
Okay, 152 location near the condition report. I can't believe I'm stuck in this law-forsaken town. But at least I think I may have finally found a spot with promise. Down the tunnel on the riverbank outside of town, produced 1 nugget and 2 teeth. I wonder if I can find a dentist who pays something for teeth.
Sounds like Cheney's gone gold panning down on the river.
Cans of Borstlers.
Guess
Ah!
he need to find ways to make ends meet in exile.
The secret ingredient is...
Fucking god, it's in here.
Always imagined Fallbrook would be cleaner, fancier.
so pretty.
What do you want? Oh, hey, Vicar Max. What are you doing on Monarch? I thought scienticians ain't welcome here.
Haven't you heard? Everyone's welcome here. It's a fucking worker's paradise. But you wouldn't know anything about that, would you? Never worked a day in your miserable life. You're just a parasite, living off my goodwill. Well, guess what? My goodwill's exhausted, along with my temper. This is the guy who told me about the book while we were in prison. I lied about finding a scholar. But I don't care about any of that anymore. I just want to inflict massive amounts of pain on this guy. Yes, that's about the long and short of it. Now, where were we? Oh, that's right. I was about to beat you. Severely.
Wait! I know who can translate the book for you.
It's too late for that. I threw away my life chasing fairy tales. Will punishing you fix any of that? Of course not. But by law, it will make me feel a whole lot better. Okay. Talk, Reggie.
It was stolen from some sort of expert on philosophism. Weird hermit lady on Scylla. My father used to deliver supplies to the mining outpost there.
I don't think so. A crazed hermit on Scylla? He's playing us for fools.
It's true. My father collected some extra bits on the side by diverting some of the supplies to the gal. The way he told it, he thought the book looked valuable, so he took it. Couldn't find any buyers when it turned out to not only be French, but banned as well.
Fine. We've got more important things to do anyway.
Okay. I'm not gonna do that. Not yet.
I test every product myself to assure maximum customer satisfaction. If you doubt it, I can show. No rubbernecking.
Okay. That's a thing.
Welcome to the offices of the Greater Halcyon Insurance Group, Halcyon's premier provider of life and disaster-related insurance. I'm obligated to inform you that our coverage does not extend to incidents deemed to result from negligence, criminal activity, or dullness of mind. So, what kind of insurance package can I interest? Plenty. As my boss likes to say, there's a policy for every situation and an exclusion for every policy. We've insured unusually expressive eyebrows, outrageous statements, disastrous marriages. Usually character actors, or corporate execs with menacing stares. Those are mostly for top-rungers in Byzantium who have a lot of social and financial capital wrapped up in their marriage contracts. There's one for your beloved eloping with your sibling, your beloved eloping with their sibling, scandalous rumors forcing you apart, the revelation of a secret love child. We try to cover every possible hazard to domestic bliss. One thing's for sure, you won't find better policy protection against sudden lunar implosions anywhere in Halcyon. We're not on Monarch. For all practical and tax-related purposes, this office is an official enclave of Byzantium. Oh, it's certainly not about what I say. That's all down to our legal team and our CFO.
You don't look like a smuggler nor a dandy. Catherine sent you back here? On second thought, it's best if I don't know. What's your order? No, I don't have any... If it's only a drink you're after, the full bar's upstairs. This here's the ante up, where you place your bets. Tossball, autoloader races, card games, you name it. I ain't picky. And neither is Catherine. We'll both break your legs if you lose, then shirk on paying.
Okay.
Uh-huh.
Whoa.
You blind, fella? Or can you not see I'm busy? Why is it every sissy pig fucker who strolls into my town expects me to smile and shout awful friendly? Welcome to Fallbrook. Only nugget of paradise in this entire law-forsaken land. Like a void damn advert.
Oh, she just comes and says whatever's on her mind, huh?
Truthfully spoken, I do aim to properly represent my aforementioned nugget of paradise. I'll be sure to remember that, fella. Want to tell me what you need? Well, I'm half listening. Good of you to finally haul your ass over here. Got something that's gonna require special extraction from Cascadia. Special as in unlawful, delicate, and deadly. As to the something, no, it ain't a person. Not this time. One of my runners uncovered a cache of Alta Vitae gas, left in a lab when the board abandoned Cascadia. To extract the gas, you'll need to siphon it from the lab in Cascadia into one of your ship's fuel tanks. Totally safe. I do like your gumption, but let's not be hasty. To get to the gas, you'll need to navigate through the town, which is overrun by marauders. The lab itself has become an infested nest, crawling with manties. You gotta fight through or figure out some other way to exterminate them. Maybe the ventilation system? I shall leave the details to you. Now, after you clear the mantis nest and reach the storage room, all that's left is to get the gas flowing into the fuel system. The task will require someone with technical skills. Or you could force it through with a plasma overload. Don't recommend that option, though, unless you want to get dead.
Load vapors into a liquid propellant tank? I think I know how to do that. No, I can do that. I think. Yes. Mostly? Definitely.
Dandy. Did I mention the gas is of an extremely volatile nature? Handle it with the utmost of care. Once you've got our goods, take them to the groundbreaker. Lilia's fencers ought to handle the rest of it. I've marked the coordinates for you to the lab in Cascadia. Use the passcode Antediluvian on the terminal to get in. But before you make your run, I could use a heavy helping hand regarding a local issue. For a fine fee, of course. Good. This particular matter of opportunity has been eating at me for a while now. There's a Borst factory on up the way, run by a man who calls himself the King. Clive Lundberg, insufferable prick. That aside, it's a business ripe for the plucking. I want it. Clear as that. Stars, I hope so. Clive Lundberg, the self-proclaimed Borst King of Monarch, is swimming in profit and drowning in his ego. He's making the only meal to be had this side of Monarch, and I'm tired of ponying up for my dinner. I want that Borst factory, owner dead or alive. And you're the soon-to-be handsomely paid son of a bitch who's gonna get it for me. Kill him, run him out. I don't rightly care for the details, so long as Clive knows resistance to me is costly and futile. Hit him where it hurts. In his gut or his production lines ought to make do. Then I'd say you might care to poison the cysty pigs, doctor a few financial records, or throw a wrench in the canning machinery. It'll be more than good when you're finished. Maybe not for Clive, but for me and you, I'm sure. Oh, and if you don't fancy going in guns blazing or crawling through a sewer pipe, see Duncan in the Dry Goods and Sundry building. He ought to have an employee ID in that stash of illicit goods he keeps for select clientele. May luck be with you, since I won't be.
Alright, that was a shit ton. We're not gonna do that now.
I don't think I like Miss Catherine. Not just on account of the swearing, though she swears awful much.
Efficient, clever, ruthless. I like her.
No rubbernecking. Not so fast. Our biometric IDs are...
Are you fucking serious? Flex. Check the list again. Jesus.
She needs it for a job? Well, why didn't you say so? Reckoned you asked her where to best procure one, and she obligingly pointed you my way. Give me a jiffy to break. I mean, calibrate the ID. This goes like that. Nope, not quite right. A bit to the left, mayhaps. That'll do it. For a CMP factory line worker, she sure is a beauty. Careful. I'm trusting you to guard this specialty good with your life. I mean it. Lose the ID and you don't get another. Also, you'll be off my list of unwholesome customers. Will that be all, or do you require something to say, scratch your itch?
I'm good.
You seen Arthur today?
Nah, last time I saw him with...
What are you looking at? Oh, I beg your pardon. Can you not see I'm walking here? Physically, you mean? In my mind, I have traveled galaxies. Well, it is of no consequence, I assure you. I shall embark shortly with my legs. I'm not entirely decided. If I'm being honest, I think I'd fancy a visit to Tartarus, so long as it's under the shield of my fantastical imagination.
Can we talk? I want to thank you for talking some sense into me back there with Cheney. It has been a long time since I gave in to my violent enthusiasm. You're right. I owe you an apology. I've been so obsessed for so long, I couldn't see anything else. You offered me a place on your crew, friendship, and I used you to get to Cheney. And even then, you saved me from myself. I don't know if I could live with myself had I gone through with it. You owe me nothing, I know, but I'm begging your forgiveness. Thank you. I promise I'll be nothing but truthful from this point forward. You never asked. Most laypeople are not aware of this, but we've not discovered any new insights into the plan for a long, long time. I had an idea that we should welcome the truth, no matter where we found it. I had the worse idea to share my thoughts with a superior. And that's how I ended up assigned prison duty, where I was fool enough to let an inmate bend my ear with stories of an original Bokonu journal. Oh, exactly as you'd imagine. Can't say I enjoyed the stint. It did provide me with plenty of time to think. The way I see it, the universe was snapping me back to where I needed to be. You stray too far from the course of your destiny, the world will try to correct for it.
Okay, well. So what's my mission that I have? We're gonna go deal with Clive. Alright, I'm cool with that. Alright, well, I think I'm gonna call this stream done. We'll continue on tomorrow. Luckily, tomorrow is pretty much have the rest of the week to keep playing. It'll be good. See you guys later.